we're chatting about every support in Season 17. So Season 17 comes with huge changes to, not supports, to DPSs, because the DPS passive got changed from 25% to 30%, which means that you have two options as a support guy now. You either focus way more on more healing, because it's going to be like way more damage, or it will evolve into a way more DPS-oriented support-style meta, which I don't expect to actually happen that often, that much I mean. Because I still think that DPS is like absolute great bosses, and it's way better to just like pocket the tank and the DPSs to pop off. With this being said, Ana's gonna be the first hero that we're gonna be trying out. Ana right now feels kind of Quick scoping is messed up. I think they did the change so that it doesn't feel that clunky in Stadium, but it is going in first person. So Ana feels very bad to play right now, in my opinion. Fluidity-wise with a quick scope thingy. Like, I can't. I have to change my entire approach. Now, will Ana be good? We go past the mechanic part of the hero with the quick scopes. I think she's gonna be good, especially on dive-oriented maps, at least in the ranked. Maybe a return of Ana Brig. We might see more dive being played. You know, I think it's gonna be fine. If you play dive, you don't need that much healing anyway. You just 3-2-1, wait for dive, farm the nano, and you also have pretty decent duel potential. Oh, how did I miss that? Oh, 1 second to the nade. Get a guy in! Nice. So, Tracer got buffed, by the way. Lucio got buffed. Venture got buffed. So, although Ana's gonna feel okay to play, keep in mind that if you're gonna have a Lucio in your team, another break to protect you is gonna feel pretty to play. Thank you. So Lana working this season. I think it's gonna be actually harder for Ana to be played this season than in the previous one. She got a lot of nerfs throughout the last couple of seasons with increased cooldowns and stuff. Now she feels clunkier to play. A lot of her counters have been buffed. But if you really want to pop off, I'm gonna get shouted. If you really want to pop off and you feel like you're good at Ana, you can make her work. Although I do recommend playing other supports that we're gonna be diving into a little bit later. I'm getting dived 24/7. Like, see, until you get a jetpack, this is what's gonna happen in games. There's no way you get that against that. That's gonna be sick. I can't, like, the quick scoping messes up my muscle memory so much. I'm not even quick scoping. My entire gameplay just changes. Plus, you hear the double audio when you do it. Oh, one turn around. Anyway, we're gonna be getting double nano soon. Lucia, Tracer, Venture being picked, it just means that, or that they're gonna be picked way more. It's gonna be way better to just go with high mobility team comps in. Granny, until she gets a jetpack, I think it's gonna be an uphill battle. Of course, she's still gonna be working like on maps like Bumbani, first point defense and dive comps, Gibraltar, maybe stuff like that, but I don't think she's gonna be good on every single map. Like on King of the Hill, for example, I think it's gonna be a stretch to play with her. On push maps too. Speed is the name of the game. Do I want none of this? No, we're fine. We're fine. Very nice. I think hyper mobility meta will be what we're gonna be aiming for. I should not have gone that in actually. But you know what? Better safe than sorry. Let's get more. They should be the edge, and I'm getting double nano. So Ana mains, if you're gonna be looking at Ana and you want to win a lot of games, I strongly recommend you play Ana on high ground maps, especially on defense. Or if you want to force Ana on a lot of games, you try to get another support that does a lot of sustain for your teammates. And you just look for flank nades. And you pray that I don't have a Kiri. Please up the shield. Then up the shield. Well, she feels clunky. Nice spin. Almost get double nano. You should work, right? No, I wanted to go to nano, but I didn't see anybody, Doug.
You're powered up. Get in there.
He's gotta survive, Max. Morga's almost Doug. I got shattered. Work, Doug. We bought a time. We survived. Okay. Lucio's gonna go like on attack. I think we might have this though. Why not on Morga? I tried. But when I was moving the mouse, I died right before the pulse just... As the pulse exploded and stuff. Should have reacted faster. But the heat kind of cooked me. And I was thinking that we have another fight anyway and the fight was won at that point. Still. Even in the season 2, like before this season, in season 16, I felt like even if you had like some pretty team fights with Ana, farm the double nano boost, and that's how you get the chance to carry games. Because at the end of the day, you might get a gold, you might have 3 deaths, 4 deaths, 5 deaths. Eventually, you will get the chance of doing a flank play with the nano on yourself and try to pop off, especially on attack. So if you want to force Ana, again, TLDR is on defense maps with high ground, so you're uncontested. And on attack, just try to farm as many nanos as you possibly can to just go into them with the nano boost activated.
But we'll get it done.
That's what I gotta do. I'm only on Tracer to show that someone who never plays her can make her work because she's so giga buff broken. Not to mention the fact that exactly like with Tracer right now, your direct matchups that you gotta take duels against, heroes like Tracer for instance, are way stronger than before. Added the PS passive too, the nade's gonna heal you less. It's painful. It's painful for an anime in season 17, I would say.
Eyes on the target.
Maybe it would have been a little bit less painful
That's not stings.
if you would have been able to actually quickscope, but it is what it is.
Over there. Enemy steps here.
With that, mate. Just non-stop right clicking. Thank you. Gotta get kills, chatting, chatters. Oh, stop the Ryan.
I stopped one.
I have a feeling that Ryan's still gonna go for me. Good talk.
I grew tired of fighting alone. Group up with me.
Ooh, that's a big nade. Ryan's gonna pin in. Already got a perk. I think I'll throw the nano really fast. Nice. Yeah, man, I got a point. No need for the nano boost. Oh, it's so low. Can I turn it on and pin? Yes. Let me just sit on point.
Payload mobilized.
Definitely, it's not like... I feel like in some metas, you have some supports that work in almost every single situation, you know? Like, in the beginning of Overwatch, you had Lucio Kiri. Kiri was really strong, Lucio was really strong. We had some metas in which we had Ana Brig being played a lot of the times because it just synergized. We had a lot of BAPTISTE being played too. Is Ana one of those heroes in season 17? No.
You're powered up. Get in
I
there.
think Ana is one of those heroes that is not a throw pick. Definitely not a throw pick. But you gotta put in a lot of effort to make her work. And it's gonna be not necessarily an uphill battle. But I'm trying to cook. Trying to think that I should go into that dug. It's definitely gonna require a lot of effort.
I won't let you fall.
Oh. Oh, nice stun. But the quick scoping is whoa, it's tilting. Especially if you play this for like such a long time. Years of muscle memory, it's so tilting. I had to reload. And then I couldn't quick scope Doug. They get one though. They're gonna shatter soon.
Stand out straight.
Team comps in which I encourage you to play Ana with would be 100% dive team comps. You get a Winston, you get a Tracer, and then the others are debatable. Obviously, Brig works really well, and the other DPS, I don't know, it's map specific, but probably another high mobile DPS. You know, like, you gotta have somebody to just follow up on who you're gonna be going for. This is a 1. Double nano boost. Get them. Get them. I just realized that I almost had double nano boost up. But we cooked the Reinhardt though. Not bad with a nano deck. Oh, and one thing. You have to make the nano boost count. I swear. Not like what I did over there. You have to make the nano boost count. Gonna pin for me. I know I should go top, but just doing some chill games with chat to like showcase the changes. Although Ana did not get nothing this season. Ana didn't get anything this season. The only thing Ana got was the quick scope bug. If it was a DPS scope bug, it would have been fixed already. Who knows? Maybe it would have been. Is he behind this? Lol. Just climbed on top of our head. Oh, very nice shot. Oh, I can take this flank actually. It doesn't feel fluid at all. The sun is in my eyes. I can't win the duel. Oh, I'm blinded. They gotta fix that. You know what's really annoying? Because before the team fights, you want to throw a nade. You usually do a quick scope and then you throw the nade. You're gonna primal? No, I'm waiting for everybody. You're lucky ulted. Face the sun, guys. Yeah, I don't want to get cooked. I think I'm actually gonna ult over here. Wait, what?
You're powered up. Get in there.
Well, we did some damage. That's the beginning. Hard point. The guy's still behind. Leave Torbjorn alone. No! Who stops that? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Thank you. Nice job. Let's keep pushing. What the? Huh? What did he say the full voice line? We're gonna start swinging in the Juno ultimate. Let me just throw that in. Maybe I'll land it. Ah, nah, helping the Torb. Torber's gonna get a cooked. The guy, please leave me alone. Oh, get cold. 1 HP. Quick scope bug fixed now? Nope.
30 seconds.
Quick scope bug isn't fixed. So at this point in time, would I recommend you look in Ana in season 17? No. At least until the quick scope bug is fixed. At least until then. Then debatable. But if you have like a really good duo that looks in Winston or Tracer a lot, then you can make Ana work. Uphill battle, but you can make her work. I want to nano somebody. I don't have anybody to nano. Hey, it might be winnable. I want a quick scope. You gotta be kidding me. Well, yeah. Blizzard, please. Fix the quick scope bug ASAP. Don't leave the quick scope bug like this. The next hero is gonna be Baptiste. That we're gonna be trying out in season 17. Baptiste in season 17, compared to Ana, I'm way more excited. Way more excited for Baptiste in this season. I think that supports that do a lot of damage, and Baptiste does a lot of damage. He's one of those supports. We'll definitely see a comeback, at least in the first couple of weeks of the season, until we see exactly what's the play. Is it the play to do a ton of damage, or is it the play to do a ton of even way more healing and live? Like here's like Juno plus Brig combo and stuff like that. But we've started seeing Baptiste being played in professional games quite a lot, because we have entered an Orisa meta. We see some Hazard being played. We see some Ramatra being played. So in Brody team comps, he works. Lucio also got buffed a little bit, like at the beginning of season 17, and Lucio plus Baptiste is I would say, the go-to brawl support team composition that you want to go for in the classic brawl type of meta. Of course, he doesn't like playing. It doesn't feel that good being played in dive, but you can still make him work. I feel like if you're going to be really good at Bop is going to be a way better hero pick than Ana at this point, that works in more team compositions. I think that also he's pretty decent against Freya, against Tracer, and the perks. After playing him quite a lot, you can pick a lot of different... you can do a lot of combinations with the perks. There's no like go-to perk that you can come up with, you know? Like imagine I do some main training and actually win the duel versus Tracer in that case. You know what I mean? Just imagine. Is the fact that right now you also have map selection. So if you get like two maps and stuff, then pick the 2 brawly maps, vote for one of them. So you have better chances of like looking in the heroes that you want to play. So take that into consideration also when you're playing support, the maps that you want to vote for with the heroes that you want to play, because some heroes excel on some maps way better than others. Like for instance, Baptiste on Circuit Royale. Oh yes, you see Circuit Royale, you want to play Bop? Yes, lock it in. Just lock it in. Let me just jump here in the back. Oh, 1 HP Tracer. Which perk should I go? Field Medicine. I'm gonna go with Field Medicine in this because Tracer gonna go last, gonna break the lamp, and then lamp is gonna matter quite a lot. Okay, let me just support everybody. Some burst of healing. I know it's not an aggressive window, but at least we live through the pulse bomb. Oh, nice ult. Start going back. Zero. They got 3. Let me get a jump. You gotta get a jump versus dive. Ooh, the Ascendant stack. Okay. The KDA. I'm playing the back, bro. Where's this going? Very nice. No one's gonna bramble this. Yeah, no bramble available. Baptiste can kind of work against dive now way more after the perks have been added because of the jump. And also when the lamp gets broken, you get some HP. Extra HP. This is why you can still force him like way more team compositions than before. I felt like at the beginning the initial impression was that this hero was absolutely cooked by the perks. But now the more we play, the more we go like, wait, actually there is some... No gag? I got no gag. There is some reasoning behind that, you know what I mean? 1 HP. I'm afraid of the pulse. The mobility break feels so good. I'm just gonna win the top. Let me go push top. Very nice. Oh my goodness. Nice job. You just gotta go in full DPS mode, you know, in some fights. Very nice, teammates. And definitely, my tip would be to practice the same training versus Tracer. Oh, the double pulls. Who has to slide? Can't slide. Oh well. Still, a good showcase of like the potential that this hero has, by the way. In this. So do I recommend looking in Baptiste in Season 17? Yes. Play more Baptiste in Season 17, even though you might see some maps in which he just doesn't work that much interior, like some comps in which he doesn't work. Have nice clean aim, window for yourself, take the duels, and with perks you gotta adjust based on how you're feeling that game. Do you need the mobility? Do you need extra damage? Whether you're gonna be diving you with your shift? It all depends on how you're feeling as a buff player in that case. Brig in Season 17. Will Brig work?
Select your hero.
I think so. I think the TLDR is that yes, Brig will work. I'm gonna be yapping a lot throughout the game as to why I think Brig will work even better than in the previous season. But so we've seen Ana a little bit earlier. Gonna be map dependent, fix the bug with quick scope. Gonna be hard to get a lot of dobs on her, but if you get locked in Diana, it's gonna be a bit of an uphill battle, but you might have it in the bag, especially with having a Brig protecting you and teams that play dive. You should be good. Baptiste works way better than before, slowly but surely. We realize that he's gonna be meta, works a lot against a lot of team comps, especially with the mobility perk, can survive against dive. It's gonna be really good. Now Brig, this is all I'm saying. Tracer got buffed, which clearly means we're going to be seeing more Tracer being played, which clearly means we're going to be seeing more Lucio Kiri being played a lot as well, or Dive being played. Venture got buffed too, so I do expect a tiny comeback at least of the Dive meta, and Brig is very good against Dive and very good at actually surviving. So name of the game for supports will be Survive. I think Brig will be fine. Does good amount of damage. Definitely will have like some combos that work better than others. And we started seeing Brig, by the way, being played professionally in some pretty peculiar team comps that don't make that much sense on paper, but just goes to show you how high survivability this hero has. So you've seen Brig being played with KIRIKO. I never saw Brig being played with KIRIKO, like ever. Name of the game is get your passive taking, put some packs onto the Tracer or into the flanker and stuff. Try to live. Whip shot him away. Play your life, exist, survive, control the point. That's literally the TLDR behind it. If you really want to get good at Brig this season specifically, then get good at blocking pulse bombs with your shield and then dropping the pulse bomb on the floor and shield bashing away. Get good, of course, at farming your whip shots. As you're going to see, probably a lot of Winston being played, maybe some Diva too, like heroes that want to dive you a lot. And just survive max. Realize how much the Inspire time is up and how much supporting you do to your teammates. Put packs on the Tracer, maybe even on the Venture if they're gonna be diving, because Venture got a pretty nice buff as well. And don't be greedy. Brig, make her work in this season by not being greedy. You're not invincible in playing Brig, you know what I mean? Looking good, brother. Yeah, thank you, bro. Almost get my passive up. Which one do I go with? Shield Restoration or Inspire? Inspire. I want to act as a tank on point. Do I hold this? You know what? I think I'm going to get cooked. I just want to stall the point. Just get it to 99. Brig is going to be also super good at definitely if you want to like play some mana, some dive and stuff. Brig is still like the best bodyguard in the game, and I hope that the newest support that are going to be adding next season, Aqua, to give you all the names, going to be Wuyang, will be more like Brig. We need another Brig in the game. We need options. Let's wait for everybody. You know what? I'm popping the gun. I'm not gonna pin away. I'm gonna contact pin. Passive's up. I'm the mini tank on point. Oh, cool. I got cooked. I got cooked. There's also another thing with Brig that just works. Brig is really good with Juno. Brig is really good with Bop. Brig is really good with Ana. Brig is like one of the heroes that works in a lot of team comps. You have a lot of versatility with this hero. But again, playing Brig and mastering Brig in Season 17 will just be mastering, not being greedy, and being patient. You know, it's all about the patience. And make sure that it traces against the packs. Get your passive going, play your life, be smart with your ability usage, and he should be just fine. No, definitely like Kiki Brig isn't that, it is possible, but it's definitely like, not like the go-to pick, you know what I mean?
Never done.
And here's the thing with this hero. We still don't know exactly, based on the DPS changes that we've seen, we still don't know exactly if the meta is gonna revolve more around like stacking healing, more around stacking damage, if it's gonna be more brawly or more divey. Well, Brig kind of works in almost everything. Brig is not that good against Ramatra and against Reinhardt. But I don't expect in that case you're just gonna go Lucio probably instead of Brig anyway. But other than that, she's fine in almost every map, almost good against everybody. I gotta get my passive working. Passive's up and running. So I think she'll still be a safe pick in general until we figure out the meta. Not to mention that Tracer will just love you. I should not do this. It's a sleeper pick because we see a lot of teams, a lot of players like trying different team comps. What do I go this season? What do I do this season? Bro, Brig almost always works. Although it might not be a cup of tea, Brig, reality is, it's very hard to counter-pick this hero. Unless they go with Reinhardt or Ramatra and they 3-2-1 on you, and even then you can play around it. The only way you can mess it up is if your other support doesn't synergize with Brig. And as I said, like, you can't go Brig Mercy, you can't go Brig Zen. Which one? Let me get the repair packs. And the perks are super good too. Brig Lifeweaver is a stretch, Brig Lucio ain't it. But if you go Brig Ana, Brig Bop, Brig Juno, Brig Kiri to a certain extent we've seen. Look, that is a mistake, I'm dead. This is exactly when you're gonna get cooked with Brig. Whoa, I should have not done that. Look, this matchup right now is getting a little bit tricky for me. But if you're experienced with this hero, which I'm not, you can still make it work. Just get a passive up, go in and fight with a Gali. Bait them in sometimes. Maybe they're gonna take this high ground. Look, I'm getting cooked by the guy. See what I mean? Like, you don't want to get in range. I want to fight. Very nice. I want to block. I want to cancel the pin. Like, see what I mean with the abilities, bro? With the carry potential that they have with this hero. Even in matchups in which it feels like it just doesn't work, you can just outplay mechanically. Just outplay mechanically. We need another Brig, I feel like. Or another hero like similar to like brawling like this, short range and stuff, you know? One's getting cooked there. It's fine with Gade. Whoop. Let me throw the pack there. Oh, and one more thing. The packs go through the shields. The passive doesn't, of course. The Inspired one, if you poke it inside the shield, doesn't go past that. But the packs do go through the shields. And you have that perk that gives you like extra instant burst healing on the perk, on the shield pack and stuff. And on the repair pack. So yeah, does Brig work in this season? Yes, definitely 100% Brig works in this season. Until now, percentage-wise, I'd give Ana probably 70, 60, 70%. Baptiste 80 to 90%. Brig 90 to 95% that this hero works almost every time. ILLARI in season 17. ILLARI for me is a big question mark. Because She has some buffs throughout the time and stuff to make sure that the healing feels a little bit better, but at its core, Illari is just like an off-angling, more DPS-oriented support. And I think that she's gonna feel initial impression. I haven't played live quite some time, so I'm gonna be watching some very bad Illari gameplay. I think that she's gonna be a bit better. A couple of reasons. She's really good at dueling. Really good at dueling. Synergizes well with Baptiste. And Bob might make a comeback on poke maps. And maybe, just maybe, the meta will evolve into more poke-oriented playstyle, more DPS-oriented playstyle rather than brawl. We still do not know. If you're good at Illari, it's gonna feel like looking in Ana, if that makes sense. Although I do think that Illari might work a little bit better than Ana, purely for the fact that you have some mobility. But the problem that Illari has is that you're pretty much team dependent, team comp dependent. Give me the pylon one, I'm not kidding. No, don't deflect this. Oh, the lamp. Hey, we got a kill though. Like, you can't go Illari plus Lucio. You know what I mean? You can't go Illari plus Lucio. You gotta go Illari plus somebody that does a lot of supporting for your teammates. Here's like Baptiste. Here's like... yeah, Baptiste. LIFEWEAVER can work. LIFEWEAVER Illari can work if you get a duo and stuff. I think that LIFEWEAVER Illari, the Sunflower combo, which we did when Illari was released, is actually pretty decent this season. Because LIFEWEAVER has started being played quite a bit. But yeah, no, the hero is just like super aim dependent. But if you feel like you lock in when you play Illari, I think you'll have a decent season. Something comes though, you might have to swap. It might not work. Is it more map dependent than hero dependent? Might be unpopular opinion, but I think Illari works on way more maps than we expect. I think that traditionally, I think that usually you see Illari being played on poke-oriented maps like Junkertown. There was another map now that I don't remember. Smiley face. Junkertown, Circuit Royale. There you go. That's the name of the map. We chatted a lot about Circuit Royale here. But I do think that you can make her work on King of the Hell maps too. You can make her work on push maps like New Queen Street, Colosseo. On maps that encourage dive. Like, I don't know why we haven't seen Illari on Gibraltar. Controlling high ground with Illari on Gibraltar would be sick. I just think that she works way more, but people don't want to experiment with a hero. Me included, because you're going to be like, your teammates are going to be upset because this hero doesn't work that much. But I think that there is some potential. Oh, sure, that was going to happen. Sad. I should have not done it. Well, we got Yorisa with that. The distraction worked. I got it cooked. I don't think Illari works that well against dive. Well, she doesn't work that well against dive. But the thing is, the best way to counter dive is to win the fight before the dive begins. And that's what Illari excels at. And if you have some really good angles, and you're very smart with your shift usage, and you create different off angles from your team, because that's what an off angle is, then when they take the fight, they're going to take the fight with less HP and less resources that they would normally want. I want to go with this one because I feel like we need a bit more healing in this. I think I picked the wrong quirks, both of them, but my Illari gameplay hasn't been here for quite some time. So, pretty gusty. I do think that if you love playing Illari, you should experiment a little bit more this season compared to the previous ones. I don't think she's going to be meta or a strong pick. But if you want to be like the Illari GOAT, you can make it work. Illari works a lot, I feel like, especially if your tank is getting cooked. Because you take away from the pressure of the tank. You don't put resources onto the tank. You just fight the DPSs and the supports and let your tank be. If your tank is losing the trades and the duels and stuff, why help the tank more if you feel like no matter how many resources we've all had games in which you feel like no matter how many resources you put into the front line, you're gonna get outmatched. It happens. It happens. You might have bad games. Maybe the hero pulls are not okay. Maybe bro plays only Diva and they play only Zaga and bro's getting cooked, and you can't do anything in that case. You know, no matter how much sustain you bring. So Illari is one of those heroes that you can just completely ignore.
Hello.
And hey,
No one rests
you can
until
just like
business is done.
ignore your front line kind of, throw the pylon and focus on getting eliminations. That's it. Focus on getting eliminations. And look, in this game specifically, look at the numbers compared to the supports and stuff. I wasn't locked in at all, okay? I was yab maxing. I wasn't thinking about who I was focusing. I was just like autopiloting. And look at the stats. I almost have the same amount of healing as Ana, bro. More damage than Venture, almost the same as Echo, and it was like kind of even the whole game. But I will be honest though, with the pylon build that I came up with right now, that I just secured with the perks, I did focus a bit more on sustain guy than anything else. But this is not how you have to play this hero necessarily. The perk system, the more experience you get with it, the more I realize that, bro, they just completely changed the heroes. Like completely. Oh, my bad, I was getting cooked. Like, it is actually a very big change. I gotta get out. Illari has one big huge issue though. There are some supports that have one big huge issue, and that big huge issue is your teammates. Because maybe you have somebody in your team that wants to play Orisa or Reinhardt or stuff like that, and they want Baptiste plus Juno so that you non-stop heal them. And you might not click. So you might have some conflict here and there with synergy with your teammates. It might not work. Your teammates want to play a specific team comp, you want to play Illari, you're gonna get cooked. Like right now, for instance, I should completely ignore my team and go and do something and find some duels rather than playing together. So, just to keep that in mind, if you're gonna be playing some Illari, this season, season 17, she's not hard meta. She's not a throw pick in my opinion. I think she's okay, but you might have teammates that just go like, swap Illari, please. So just brace yourself emotionally for that to actually happen. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I see Pork Tracer over there with a little bit of follow-up from one of the DPSs and then just edge. Very nice. But I mean, one also has to adapt to the team comp, right? But I mean, the question is, to who do you adapt? Maybe you have somebody that's really goated on Illari. Maybe you're the best Illari ever. You want to look in Illari. But bro wants to play Zaga or something like that. It just doesn't work. You don't always have to adapt for the tank. You can adapt for the support, hero pull as well. That's the issue that I feel like a lot of times it happens throughout the time. It's kind of like, I don't know, bro plays only dive tags. And I only play bro DPSs. Unlucky, let's play around my pick, not around yours in that case, you know? It just depends on how you get along and stuff. But real chat right now, even if you feel like you're a tank or DPS and you feel like Illari doesn't work, bro, give her a chance. I think she's fine. I really think she's fine. Like, the changes to the healing feel really nice from a while ago. The perks are awesome also with the build. It's okay. It's not like how she was before the perks. I will check the stats after. Like, this game was all over the place for me. And right, if you think about it, Echo, Winston, this just doesn't matter. Like, their comp makes way more sense than ours with Lucio, Bob, Tracer. Because I also feel like there's a big, not consensus, there's like a big bias towards the fact that Illari should have, I don't know, 20,000 damage and 4,000 healing. I don't think that's necessarily the most efficient way of playing the hero, as you have to adapt based on what your team needs in that case. Of course, you can do a one-dimensional playstyle and it might be the strongest statistically speaking to pull it off, but it doesn't mean that it is the only playstyle that you can come up with, you know what I mean? You can adapt. That's it. We gotta get Lucio so I can use my ult. I gotta get out. I think I have to hold this. We have Primal, we don't have Primal. have to hold this. Gotta tap the point. Gonna tap the point. Gotta protect her until she has nano. Then I'm gonna leave her alone. How close is she? 3%. Oh, we're not tapping the point. No. So like, look, if you look at the stats guy now, look at the amount of healing that I pump in this case. Again, ideally speaking though, you have to win the game, you know? You don't have to like stare at the stats and go like, bro, I have 30,000 damage, or bro, I have 30,000 healing, why are we not winning? You know? Like in this, I think that, for example, in this part of the map, I feel like me and Nana have stacked a little bit too much, although it's really hard against the team comp
I should warn you.
to retake, because they're not letting us take any angles whatsoever, and it's very easy for them to punish with Lucio speed boosting onto all of us. But in this part of the map specifically, I'll completely ignore the Winston. I will go top right, I'll do my own thing, and I'm gonna play for myself, and it should be a little bit better. And maybe that's the right call, maybe that's not the right call. But that's the thing that you gotta have in Season 17 as a support. Just try to... There's no one set playstyle you gotta play, and the way that you approach the game changes based on map you play, heroes you play, who you're playing with, a lot of things. I just hope Kiriko isn't here because I just used my shift. And let's just off angle. We're doing a nice 1. Let me move the pylon. 1-3-1 split. Pylon's still up. The issue that I have right now is that we all kind of grouped up together, but don't want to go left side. Nice, this got cooked. Okay, got a couple of them. Got kind of all of them. Now we're gonna get called. If you win the team fight, I feel like you should be fine almost always. That's how I gotta view it. If you win the game, not say the team fight. I want to hold this choke. I'm gonna go from above him. Oh wow. We can hold your Gisa. Oh! Look, for instance, right now, I did a big mistake with ILLARI. I felt like I should have just slowed down the rhythm because we had point control. Bait him in, take the off angles, take the fight. Even though we win the team fight, I think that this, for instance, was a mistake in the long scheme of things. I could have just, I don't know, taken the fight here and would have won here, and then they would have regrouped. Anyway, let me move my pylon and play a little bit split for my team. You can see that it's working a little bit better right now based on the map design. You know, off angle way better right now. Yes, the ramp. Stamp from here. I gotta go behind them now. We're gonna try to help out. Patience ledge. Whoops. Hey yo. Very nice. Whoa, my bad, I got cooked. Never mind, I'm fine. The range. I gotta hide this inside. Let's go. So, does ILLARI work in Season 17? My opinion, a little bit better than the previous season because we might see more DPS-oriented playstyle supports being picked into this. But your greatest enemies will not necessarily be team comps here or stuff like that. It might be your teammates because they're gonna be upset spaghetti that Illari doesn't work. If you feel like this is your best hero you want to climb, I think you can climb easily in this season with this hero. Not only on the maps that are seen as conventionally strong, like Circuit Royale or Junkertown, but on maps on which she's not viewed or picked throughout pro gameplay in the last couple of months this year since she's been released. So, want to play Illari? Give her a shot, but in case you feel like you're getting cooked, consider swapping. So anyway, Juno! Okay, so Juno in Season 17. Is Juno fine? Juno has been meta for a lot of months since her release, right? She's been really strong. But I feel like slowly but surely she's falling out of flavor. She didn't get a direct nerf or buff going into this season, if I remember correctly. But I've been playing some Juno recently, and it is starting to get pretty painful trying to farm my ultimate. Quite a lot. She got like an ultimate nerf change a while ago, and it has been painful with me farming them. Juno's still like a solid pick. Works pretty well, I think, with Brig. That is the best combo. You're gonna be slippery. You're gonna be doing a lot of healing and stuff. Works well if you want to play Gashtin comps and Lucio's band. You can go Juno Pop. You can go Juno Brig. Hey, she's fine. Just not the best carry pick. Juno's just a solid pick, not the best carry pick, but definitely weaker than before. The issue that I have with Juno is that sometimes I feel like no matter how much you do, it feels like it's an uphill battle. You know what I mean? Like it's consistent pressure that you apply, just tickle them. And then at the end of the day, if your teammates don't take the speed boost to go on somebody that's over there in that position, for instance, they don't go fast, they're just gonna get cooked and feel absolutely useless. So the thing that I recommend with Juno is stay alive as much as you can, same as I said with Brig. And try to use really good speed boost ranks. Surviving is the name of the game on this hero. And take your time. Juno gameplay to a certain extent resembles, I would say, Brig gameplay, as in you have to be really patient. But for me personally, I don't find that rewarding right now in Season 17 at least. I barely have the chance to use the pulsar torpedoes too, because I feel like with how much damage everybody's taking, if I use them, teammates are just gonna die. I better just do single target healing, and my windows of opportunity to do damage with pulsar torpedoes are so limited. Like right now, I'd better just left click, you know what I mean? Like on release, I definitely did way more pulsar torpedoes than now. Is this like a call? Thank you. I don't know. Give me this one. So they lock in fast. Like, she's back in the mech. Yeah, she's really passive. Exactly. And the opportunities that you have to do damage are very limited. You're better off just fully pocketing somebody with your left click. The ultimate is not that strong right now either, I think. It's okay, but it's very kiteable, especially with how much hyper mobility you have right now. It's just fine. Not a throw pick, can work, but mostly not an optimal pick. I don't know when Juno would be an optimal pick. Maybe if Lucio's banned and you want to go Gashtin comp and you need speed boost, that's when Juno would be optimal pick. Other than that, I'd say probably no. I'd probably just play something else. If I want to carry, right? Look, I want to engage. I'm getting cooked. I can't even wall time that. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, this is all at least. Let me throw this here so that it goes through that. And I'm pushing the point. At least I held them on top of the ultimate. I have time to do 2 damage. It's so low though. Oh, almost made it out! He's not that good at peeling either. He's just fine. Can you get out? And using the speed boost to save your teammates to get out is one of the worst feelings ever. Oh, you're getting so cooked, bro. The range damage fall off also doesn't help you a lot. Let me go with this. Although I should have just went with the headshot one. Juno's more of a team-oriented hero, you know? I don't think she's that good for climbing. So I would not recommend you look into Juno in Season 17. It's not like how she was at release. And I feel like the chances that you have primarily to use right clicks are really low right now for more damage with this hero. Because it's way better to just pocket your teammates with left click than go for right click and then they die. Especially with a DPS passive being chained with the healing. I don't even know when I'm gonna ult. I think I'm just gonna ult here to brawl. Heal plus speed boost spot. I think that's the way to see it. Look, the audacity there of me not pocketing the diva is what kind of cooked us. Whoa. Too close for comfort. Very nice. Oh, I gotta get low. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. I like to do a right click, please, but nope. Was one maybe? I'm waiting with these. Oh! Okay, that got cancelled. Yes. Very nice. I'd recommend looking in Juno if you feel like you don't want to play Brig and you don't know what hero you want to play in that game. That would be like my go-to option. Or I don't know, you're Lucio main and then Lucio's banned and you want to go for speed boosts. Or you play with a duo that uses your speed boost. Usually with a tag. She's still really slippery, really good at surviving. But if you play against Tracer Freya, which have been the bane of my existence in the last couple of weeks, and you don't have a Brig, it's only pain and suffering. For maps though, definitely she's one of those heroes that work on maps where you have to play fast. Push maps, King of the Hill maps, Flashpoint maps. You don't necessarily have to play her on payload, hybrid. That's where I feel like you can go with other heroes. But on those maps you should be fine. But be careful, if you're playing against a Tracer, you're gonna get cooked. You're gonna get probably cooked. No, my bad. They would have got clicked too much. Was greedy. Wanted to do some damage. I need more bullets. Oh, I shielded that. Maybe the headshot break might work actually this meta versus Tracer. I got a Tracer. Especially because I'm not doing a lot of right clicks. Single target healing is going to be way better for like a single target sustain wise guy than landing big right clicks on everybody. So getting the headshot break might be a better option. But again, like with Juno, you have to chill max a lot of the time. I feel like you can't play a very agitated Juno. You have to play your life, survive, and understand that you're not gonna do one big action and win the team fight. It's just the consistent effort that you're putting in throughout a team fight. You're kind of like water. You know, water just slowly but surely eroding rocks. That's the thing how Juno gameplay feels like. I feel like. Guess I'm behind. I gotta get cooked. I gotta get creative with my escape. Don't push me. Oh, I got killed by the Cassidy though. Yeah, like Juno is one of those supports that if you don't get help in the back when you're getting dived, she feels so bad. Cause like if a Tracer fights you, I feel like your chances of winning are very small. You're gonna get absolutely cooked. You're gonna need some help somehow. So, Juno works season 17. My opinion, less than before. You have better supports to pick. If you really like playing Juno, you can make her work. But I do strongly recommend that you play the other speed boost hero and just have Juno as just in case. And for the strongest support duo for Juno, I'd say Juno Brig should be probably still like the strongest combo that you can pull off if the name of the game is just to like survive max and offer huge amounts of sustain. So until now, Ana doesn't work that well. Baptiste works. Brig, hell yes. Illari, I'm pushing it a bit, but can kind of work. Juno, meh. Kiriko, oh hell yes. Kiriko this season will be insane. I am not kidding. Kiriko has survivability, Kiriko has a good ultimate, Tracer got buffed, Kiri's good against Tracer, Lucio got buffed, Kiri's good with Lucio. Just overall, this hero I think will be the strongest flank support in this season of season 17 of Overwatch. Just spam at headshot level, take the duel versus the Tracer, farm your Fox, stay alive, do the right things, and this is just classic Kiriko gameplay. If you're playing against the Ana and other heroes like that, just Suzu, the nades and stuff, and you'll be fine. Try to ignore the flyers, as it's not your job to deal with them. And if you feel like you're not doing that well with Kiri, just remember the 2 golden rules. Right click, and just shift away. You get a Fox, and then you'll win the team fights. I am not kidding. You don't have to be flashy. You can be flashy. You should be flashy. But if you feel like it's not clicking, then you can just right-click the tank and then get a Fox. Don't die, and you'll do just great. If you watch a lot of WCS games, a lot of pro gameplay, you'll see that Kiriko's most of the gameplay is just survive maxing, creating tiny off angles to make the enemies go for you, use cooldowns, and farming your Fox. Don't be afraid to take duels in the middle of the team fight. Don't be afraid to look for long-range spam. Create off angles. Play nice and slow. I want to cap the point first. And then you'll be fine. Is cooked. I'm cooked. I got a point. Awesome. Try to play around walls. Don't be afraid to wall climb after. Once you TP, get in cover. So you do something like this. I'm going to show you. Wait. So I'm going to TP over here. Cover. Inside. Okay, good. Give me this. I'm gonna TP to the Reinhardt and then cover. Go to Fox and now cover. I need cover. That's a Fox. I'm gonna TP there. Cover. I need cover. I need cover. Cover. That's an exaggerated example because that was a horrible Fox and a horrible play, but just to show you, cover. Don't TP in. You can TP in and look for doors and stuff, of course, if someone is in front of you, but find some cover. And that's about it. It's not going to be like impressive Kiri gameplay. You might have some teamfights in which you're going to be getting like a billion kills and have those clips for TikTok if you want to farm them. But generally, it's probably the point of view is probably be something like this and then just run away. And pocket the DPSs that are ulting because they're the raid bosses in this season anyway. Of course, the Kiridim still exists. They throw a kunai. You heal a bit. We got a trade. I'm getting cooked. Look, for instance, their team comp right now is pretty annoying for me. Right? I can't do anything to the Echo in the sky. Doomfist is gonna be really fast. Oh, I wanted to make sure that he's gonna get out. All I can do is just off angle, right click max, pocket my Cassidy, slash my Genji, stay with my Reinhardt, walk together, Suzu to the nade, fight begins, and wait for them to force things, and then I participate. Here's the nade. I can throw the Suzu more freely right now. Just farming the Fox. Get ready to follow up with the Genji.
Let's go.
Now go get it.
And remember, as always, chat, Head level.
Got one here.
Can I get double TP, please? I don't want to fight here because we already have control of the point.
Adaptive circuit.
I need double TP. I'll scissor the guy now.
Step rider.
Oh, yes. Nice pick. We have double TP, so you can do like a bit of a riskier one. But be careful with TP and that it might get cancelled, so keep that in mind. Oh, just in time.
I feel all warm inside. Like a gentle rain. Got one here.
Pushing our barricade up.
That's a lot of damage. Oh, no, gonna get cooked.
Enemy here.
No, might be fine. I have to go and trade now. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose the fight. 4v5.
Got one here.
Nice trade. TP to the Rein, TP to the Genji. Maybe we find others.
Robot pushing.
This team fight was a clear example of why Kiri is meta in season 17. Clear example. What other support can do this, bro?
I feel all warm.
We won the 3v5 just like that. The double TP, the utility, the eliminations, the slipperiness, everything just out of this world for this hero. Especially if you have like an aggressive DPS like this Genji. I gotta get out. Oh, he's gonna get cooked. My bad, Doug. And you'll do just awesome. She's just pretty annoying, pretty bad against heroes that fly, because you can't do that much to them. But it's not your responsibility. You can't do everything in the game, you know? If you're like this, the heroes that you pick, you're not forced to like do everything on those heroes. I gotta go to the Moira. You just have to do enough. Then does Kiri do enough? Kiri does way more than enough. So lock Kiri in season 17. And then just enjoy the rating that you're gonna be farming. I got play of the game? I don't think I did. I think Genji got it. Yeah. Let's see how I was following up with a Genji. Oh, I thought he deflected. So Lifeweaver, I know this might come as a shock, but he got buffed again. Yes, he got buffed again. Anybody keeping track of how many buffs he got since release? He got buffed again. One of the very few supports that got buffed. If you pull somebody that is affected by a negative effect, like Jungle Queen's Bleed, on a Sleep Dart, something like that, then your life grip cooldown gets reduced by 4 seconds. Wait, the next life grip, of course. Not permanently, that will be broken. So, is he fine? We'll find out, but Lifeweaver mains have some hope. There has been some Lifeweaver being played. I actually did some analysis on Ryu Jae-hong's Lifeweaver in OWCS Korea. Make sure to check out ML72 on YouTube to see exactly the vote review. I've been playing him actually from time to time when I feel like I can't survive with anybody else. He is actually legitimately fine. I think that all these buffs have been working pretty okay for him. Is he meta and stuff to pick in every game? No, clearly no. But I think he's okay now. I know it sounds, I think he's okay. There was a time when if you had a Lifeweaver on your team, you go like GG. But serious chat right now. When you see a Lifeweaver on your team, do you just go GG? I just go like, okay, Lifeweaver's not gonna die, we're not gonna have that much damage. That's literally how I go. And Lifeweaver will not necessarily carry, but it won't feed either. The way Lifeweaver was played in OWCS was like this, just a sitting target in the back. Literally just sit in the back and yell bot. This was Lifeweaver gameplay. You're gonna check the VOD out. A good Lifeweaver will never die. Use the Tree of Life, that's when you turn, that's when you start doing some damage maybe. And other than that, you just wait and farm your stuff. I'm not gonna beat this anymore. Ball getting cooked. kind of want to pull the ball. I can't pull the ball. When do I ult? I got no idea. Okay, now how can he get an opening? I'm throwing this in spawn. I'm gonna get full spawn for something. You get a pick. Nice. You win when the enemies get cocky. That is the LifeWeaver way. Enemies get cocky for a LifeWeaver being played, and then you win. And also there's a big problem with LifeWeaver that still is present for a lot of players. The fear of pulling your teammates. I have had some pulls in top 5 final with LifeWeaver. And, bro, I have picked LifeWeaver. Wait, I think I picked the wrong perk. My bad. I think I'm cooked. But that was not a change to the perk. That's a change to the base skin, not to the perk. They yell at you. Exactly. They go like, what are you doing? Or they spam, I need healing, I need healing, I need healing, like question mark. And they go like, bro, do you think I'm inside your brain to see through your eyes, to understand your thought process? What are you seeing and what are you feeling in that moment? I feel like you die. I pull. Stop charging me. I'm not staring at you when you do. What is Sombra doing? Bro, why is Sombra staring at them? Sombra missed that. It's over. GG, GG, it's over. I need damage. I need damage. Like, it's the same thing. So, like, for instance, if you can get past the fact that, bro, your teammates will flame you when you pull them sometimes, then you might enjoy LifeWeaver gameplay. Oh, look, for example, this one. No, I'm pulling. Now he will hit me. Well, look, exactly! Exactly! That's just to put the example. That was a bad pull, though. I'll be honest. But see, if you can get past those tags, and these tags, actually, then you should be fine. Ish. With a hero. Just play your life, be patient. LifeWeaver is more for chill maxing, I feel like. So they're diving. I'm chill maxing. You can't get to me, buddy. Nice mobility. Cassidy's gonna die there. Do I care about a Cassidy? If I can get to him, I don't care about a Cassidy. He stagged at me earlier. I'm petty. I'm fooling you. Not hitting me with a question mark. That's a big W. He shot the 3. Ultimate is up. Let me just wait about which one should I get? Yo, let me go with the heal maxing one. So yeah, we're just chill maxing here. They're gonna have primal. I'm playing at the back. Teammates do whatever. Bro has ult. Pulling them back. Nice. I didn't receive a question mark in chat. Let me put this here. Get ready to protect the Acity. Let me do the shift so I have bugs healing when they're gonna he's gonna get dived. Wait, now. What can I do in this? Wait. Nice. He's behind enemy lines over there. I think we got him though, maybe? Can I pull him? We got a point. I'm saving him. Okay, then look at me. So he approved of that pull. W. But see how bad it felt like at the beginning of the game, and I was starting to become slowly but surely a little bit better. That's LifeWeaver gameplay for me. Just chill. Everything will be fine. That's how I gotta view it. Everything will be fine. So, Season 17 LifeWeaver works better than Season 16 in my opinion. Especially with how strong, with how staying alive will matter a lot. And would I pick him? Probably. I wouldn't mind seeing him being picked. I'm gonna throw this stupid. It's kind of cooked here. Field Life actually saved some of us. Get him too. Nice. So yeah, team comp wise, does he work with everybody? Almost. Okay, I'm out of here, buddy. I think he's fine with Nana, fine with Bob, fine with Illari, fine with Break to an extent, okay with Kiriko. I think he just works with everybody. Maybe with Lucio he doesn't work. Super annoying with Mercy. You can't eliminate them. They're gonna be so good at living, surviving, exist maxing. So yeah. If you like playing LifeWeaver, I think that this is the best season that LifeWeaver has ever had. So this is your season, LifeWeaver mains. This is the season that you gotta lock him in and get the dubs. And I've seen a lot of LifeWeaver bans in top 500 as well, by the way. So, is he like pick or ban or stuff? Like, is he broken? I don't think so. I don't think you gotta see him every game. But if you see him, don't go like, oh, GG's, it's over, we have a LifeWeaver. I really think you should go like, I'm cooked. Anyway, I'm keeping it like this. So, Lucio this season got a huge, massive buff. Huge, massive buff. 3 huge, massive buffs. Number 1, his healing on this got increased from 16 per second to 20 per second, which doesn't seem that much. But you gotta keep in mind that this is AoE healing that you do by just existing and your allies being in range of it. Secondly, because of this, you'll farm your ultimate even faster than before. Thirdly, Lucio synergizes really well in almost every team comp right now. In case you don't want to play the Brig to play counter dive, you just go Lucio Kiri to go very hard dive into the enemies. Good at dueling, good at surviving, good at farming ultimate, good at existing. Lucio, I think, might become the strongest support in season 17. I have no idea why they buffed his healing when they nerfed. When they also buffed the healing reduction that DPSs get. Doesn't quite make sense. Like, shouldn't you buff damage on supports if you want less healing? But they just want like, you know what? It's harder to heal, so let's increase healing anyway. There's too much healing anyway in the game, so let's just buff healing. I don't know how that tracks. But still. Anyway, this is a combo in which it doesn't quite work. Again, kind of team comp dependent, like with Lucio Mercy, Lucio Brig, not quite working, but we all know that if you're super good at Lucio, you'll pop off. Lucio reporting for duty. Bro, if you're mechanically good at this hero, you can 1v1 any hero in the game almost. Ultimate is insane. The setup with ult for your teammates is insane. You're in the team fights, all the team fights fast. You're good at peeling, good at damaging. Right now, good at healing too. I really think that you're gonna farm your ultimate way faster than before. It's gonna be painful if you don't play Lucio. But if you play Lucio, you're gonna have probably one of the best seasons that you've had since the game got released. Just my 2 cents on this. Nice job. So, just letting you know, I'm exist maxing. Just exist maxing in this, and I think it's kind of working. Can I help him? I can. Let's get the point. I'm sold, becoming a Lucio main. W. Okay. I think I want to ult Freya ult. Let's see how it's gonna be going. I don't know which perk I should pick though. I don't play this hero that much. Amp it up is activating soundbag, I guess. I heard a soundbag. Think about the edge. Yeah, I'm sorry, there's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to say. Speed boost is always like one of the main tools that has always revolved around, that team comps have been built around. You have Lucio speed boost, you have Juno speed boost. If I had to pick between Lucio or Juno, I would always pick Lucio. And this healing just by existing and stuff is just free value. This getting buffed, I don't know, bro. Okay, I hit a Reaper with it, which is pretty good. Just look at the escape. What is this? Very nice. Use the MP, they're gonna have Freya ult. Gonna get the speed boost away. And this is still working, by the way. And this is like the most budget mechanical Lucio gameplay that you've ever seen. Not to mention that he's like one of the very few heroes that can mark other DPSs. and still help the team while doing so. Because like with Ana, if you turn around and 1v on the Tracer, you're not healing in the front, right? You're not helping your teammates in the front. But with Lucio, you can do that and you still participate in the fight if your teammates are in range. So, yeah. Don't be afraid to split with your Tracer and take duels. I mean, in this one, I'm kind of off with my Lucio gameplay, but still, don't be afraid to go for duels. Don't be afraid to split and play together with your Tracer. Don't be afraid to fight the Tracer in the team fights. Mark the DPS and stuff. Move the enemies out of position if they have high ground. Just all around a really good hero. Gives me same Brig vibes, you know? You get it back, let me just walk in. Try to put the Brig in. And again, like, I have no idea why they buffed his healing. I really think that they're trying to force the Lucio meta again, but Lucio's being played quite a bit. In my opinion, we're gonna go to the other supports as well, but I think that he is the best support in CS 17. I really think that he's the best. Even if you play more like this and heal max, I think you'll be fine. I think you'll win a lot. I don't know which part. This one. I got cooked. Let's see you. Hey, with a Brig. Where's Brig going? I have no idea what is happening, but I'm still participating in the fight by just existing, by the way. Spear. We're just survive maxing 24/7. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for him. I think it is time. Come here, buddy. No, he's going back. Oh, Brig won too. Brig got cooked. I'm trying. I'm amping it up.
Pushing forward. Cut them down.
Oh, I'm getting cooked. Whoa! Get away from me, buddy. Oh, he's so low. How much damage did I also do? They left the point, by the way. I just want to highlight that they left the point. Distraction is working. There's no way! What the? I want to drop the B2. I can't. I'm gonna Ajax. I'm gonna Ajax. If I live. Oh! You're not gonna get a point, buddy. Oh! I'm out of here. Get away. Bigger split. Brig got pulled. Can you leave me alone? This series is ridiculous. Hey. This series is just ridiculous. Where's the Brig? I gotta get out. Enemy team, leave me alone. Oh! No! I should have took away for the health pack. Nah, bro. Nah, no way. No. Chat. I think I might just become a Lucio main in season 17. Lucio, I think he's gonna be the best support in this season. How is Mercy in this season of Overwatch season 17? I guess we'll find out. I think that with the DPS passive added, the healing will feel pretty bad when you're gonna be helping tanks out. You're gonna be getting less Valks. But if you protect and play with a Sojourn or a Freya or a DPS that you want to pocket, as always, you know, as I think that's where Mercy excels, then you will have roughly the same performance as before, you know? I think that really good Mercies can escape Tracers diving them, Venture, Lucio, you know, like dive heroes. I think they'll be fine at surviving, even though it's gonna be harder than before. I really do think that it can make Mercy work if you have a really good DPS that is not afraid to outduel the other DPS and you pocket them. But like in gosh team compositions, or you want to play Mercy for the tank, you're probably better off playing another hero. So name of the game with Mercy stays as it was in previous seasons. Stay alive, pocket one of the DPSs, just pop off. As being said, I do enjoy playing some Mercy from time to time. So let's see how this is gonna go. Wait, we have an echo. I just realized this. Also, by the way, after playing some games with the Reaper Mythic weapon and now playing with this weapon, oh my goodness. This feels like so good. So much better than the Reaper one. Ooh, so pretty. If you don't play against Dive, then Mercy's gonna feel super good. And again, I do think that whatever you hear in Overwatch, you can play up to probably GM, Master / GM right now. Any hero that you want, and if you feel like you're struggling, you can just like try another hero. Mercy has like a tiny issue, like same one as Lifeweaver has. You can play perfectly, and you still might not win the game. But compared to Lifeweaver, I do think that Mercy has a little bit more agency because you can just go in Valk mode and get some eliminations and like that. In case your teammates are not clicking. I'm sorry, I wanted to participate in the fight. I should have just pocketed the echo. This being said, I'm gonna go in. Oh, they got 1 HP. Gotta get it back in mech. Whoa, no. Which perk should I pick on this hero? GA range or gains over health after casting, guys? Over health. Good. I just can't with this gun. This is how you do a mythic weapon. Oh yeah, and they also like buffed Flash Heal a while ago, like the one of the major perks. And I have seen like a lot of Mercy's pick it. It does feel a bit better. They kind of reworked it because before that it was overtime and the animation felt kind of off, but now it feels just good. Good job, teammates. If you have teammates that trust their aim capabilities and they play very ballsy like this team, then you're gonna have such a good game with her. But again, you just gotta survive, move non-stop, annoy the enemies, never get caught. Oops, my bad. We're fine. I'm getting cooked. Not for long though. Get out of here, teammates. Where's Echo? Oh, Echo's here. Echo has copy. I might leave Echo alone. Making them look at me so they don't look at Echo that's behind them. Ooh, Echo got cooked. See if I can shift to me. Nope, I can't get to the Echo. I can get the guest out. I'm pretty sure I can get the guest out. I'm gonna guess, then I'm gonna get over health. Oh! Feels good as well. Which one? You know what? I want to try the Flash Shield. Although chat's been telling me that it's not that good. I've seen some Mercies, at least in quick play picket. Let me try it out too. But tiny burst of healing. and we're not winning this, I mean, it's 5 minutes. Classic third point gameplay. And quick play. I think I might go for the guys. 100 over health. Almost! That was so ballsy! But sometimes it's what you gotta do as Mercy. Woo! Don't die on me. Okay, chat, that was kind of clean. That was pretty clean. Okay, I don't like the flash heal, by the way. I really do think that the other one is just better overall. Ow. Let me guess. Oh, I didn't get a guess. It's taking so long. Come on, team. Come on. Yes. Awesome. Okay, 2 risky guesses here and there. I mean, it is what it is, but I had my fun playing this hero. And I do think that he can still play Mercy. Gonna be a little bit harder this season, considering like the DPS passive I got buffed and a lot of dive heroes got buffed too. You're gonna feel pretty dived a lot of the times. But if you want to lock Mercy in, just expect that in some games it might not work. So yeah, that's about it. That's the thing about it. If I'd have got it, the thing is that if I'd have to pick between having a Mercy or a Lifeweaver at this point, I'd gotta go with Lifeweaver right now this season though. I think Lifeweaver can do a way better job at living, surviving. And I would go with Mercy only if I'd have a DPS that I feel, or that I duo with, or that I feel and get a feeling of that's gonna play aggressive. And I can just pocket them, like a Freya or a Sojourn or stuff like that. But in general, I gotta pick between Lifeweaver and Mercy. I'm sorry, Mercy. I would just go with Lifeweaver in my gun games at least. Moira got a buff, a bit of extra healing, which should compensate for the fact that the DPS passive got buffed. But we'll see. I think she's just gonna be same as before. You just pick Moira if you want to look into Moira and you feel like you can't stay alive that much. And yeah, but I might be wrong and the plus 10 healing might actually matter.
I will find the key.
I really do think that if all you need is healing and surviving, then you could consider going Moira if you don't want to go Kiri. That is the best way of putting it. So the Moira change is like this. So the full change is like this with a patch. Hey there everybody, I am Blizzard. Supports are healing too much, so you're buffing the DPS passive. Also, Moira's gonna heal more.
Quick and quiet. Let's get it.
Rank tayo ăsta pentru short, te rog. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It literally doesn't make any sense. As Umari said. So, Moira will just be Moira, as always. Will this push her into the meta? No. Will she be played? Maybe. Will your teammates be upset because you have a Moira on your team? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. This just encourages more team play-oriented Moira and TikTok Moira. She's just gonna be Moira. I feel like Moira is one of the heroes that is just always there, you know what I mean? It's just there. I don't think we're gonna be entering a Moira meta like soon. But I do gotta say one thing though about Moira with the perks. I know I said Moira 5 times in like 2 minutes. There is a perk that applies Discord orb, kind of. You do increase damage to the target affected by that. And I kind of like it because I feel like we slept on Baptiste's perks quite a bit, and maybe we're sleeping on the Moira perks too. Maybe there's something to it. Let's see the Plaster next to healing. And then we'll see the perks when we get them. Don't increase damage, enemies take less healing. Oh, there you go, never mind. Okay, so we have this one. Phase duration is increased by 0.5 seconds. I think this is the one to go. You're right about it. Not Discord up, they just take decreased healing. Let's get the auto mech. Still, that pegged up with a DPS passive might actually matter. Boy, this lasts longer. I'm gonna hold this for absolutely no reason. In a window. Go past the window. Bye. I don't know what to say about her. I'll be honest with you. This season will feel literally the same as before. And she's gonna be, you're either a Moira main or she's gonna be an emergency pick if you feel like nothing else works. There's no more to say. It's just Moira. But I think she's one of those heroes that you gotta know how to play if you want a master support. You know, like one of those heroes that you gotta swap to in case you ever need her. Now, a real team comp in which she would work would be either you've had enough of your team and you want to flank and do TikTok Moira gameplay in which you just go behind and start 1v1ing, sucking somebody off. Annoy the Tracer, annoy Diana, annoy somebody in the back and you feel like Moira works. Or you play together in brawl comps and hopefully the Bap is pretty the Kiri's pretty and Moira just works. So yeah. But Moira's decent against Genji, Moira's decent against Tracer, Moira's decent against Lucio and Kiri in my opinion, because you will get a damage in. So keep that in mind too. Let me swap up. Oh, they go Moira too. Not that good against Diva though. I gotta pick something else. Have increased fade negation. I throw that, but she's just gonna eat it. Let's see, the buff mattered. Of course it didn't matter. Okay, that looked cool though. I'm out of here. Let's go together. Oh, almost getting out.
Surrender to my will.
Oi! Oi! To reduce healing, did it matter? I think it did. I think it did actually in that scenario, the perk. Would I getting cooked? We're gonna dash to me now. Oh, I got cooked. Weaker version of the PSD buff, exactly. They all get it, meanwhile you get a tiny perk for it. And that's just like, it's one of the major ones. But I'm curious if it stacks. DPS passive plus this, if it stacks. That's the question that I have. And does it stack like flat values? Like 30% plus 25% in this? So it's 55%, or does it do percentage of the percentage? Or does one override the other one? Whoa! Almost jumped off the map. It's only applied when the ball is active. Oh, so it leaves after. Fuck. Should've just went with the out of break then. The instant burst of healing might have been better. Yeah, man, getting a Madigi to understand Overwatch healing. No worries, no worries. There's no need to do that because eventually they'll think that there's too much sustain in the game, so they're gonna increase the damage and make sure that they get reduced healing, but they also increase the healing. Anyway, we'll take the back line. I'm still alive, so I'd call that a MOIRA diff. We're just getting cooked in that corridor. Very nice.
EMP activated.
The voices. Hola. Same. And let's go. So, MOIRA is fine. I think she's literally the same as the previous season. You can play MOIRA, there's no issue. I don't think eventually you're gonna have like some players that are gonna be like, bro, swap the MOIRA, it ain't working. But at the end of the day, if this is the hero that you want to play and you feel like you're not gonna do that well on other heroes, I don't think she's necessarily a liability until you get to very high SOG, in which you're just gonna be needing more utility from the hero. But then again, you can just go with a major break that gives you a tiny burst of healing, and it should still be okay-ish. So, MOIRA works in Season 17? Okay, not a throw pick. Not a best pick either. ZENYATTA! Zen got added to Stadium. I haven't been popping off with Zen that much in Stadium. Back to some first-person ZENYATTA. Doesn't work in Season 17. With everybody just diving 24/7 and stuff. In 5v5. I guess we'll find out, but no. No, I don't think so. I think you can collab with Zen quite a bit. No problem. You lock in, you get the damage, everything's fine. But at the end of the day, if you want to do a lot of damage and you want to flank and stuff, why not just go KIRIKO and then TP out? You could play ZENYATTA on long range poke maps if the enemies don't want to dive you and you feel like you're locked in, like on Juggertown, on Circuit Royale, just spam them long range. And you can also play ZENYATTA against Orisa team comps, because then it's such a huge contact to Orisa. So if you see Orisa in the enemy team, go Zen, put a Discord orb, start shooting her, you should be fine. But I think that since they added the cooldown to Discord orb, he's been pretty bad. So again, you need a lot of things to add. And he's pretty good against ball too, but you're gonna need a lot of protection, of course. It's gonna feel pretty bad compared to the other supports. But except the fact that if you land a Discord orb, it's gonna be pain for the enemies. I got cooked. I got out-rotated. Should just play the right side. But we did enough damage. The cooldown is rough. Tank just walks behind the wall for 2 seconds and the whole reason of existence is useless. Agreed. That is the problem with it. This is why against Orisa works specifically. I feel like you literally have to wait for the Discord orb to apply it. Like, before you saw somebody apply it, now you gotta go like, wait, do I apply it now? I'm not gonna apply it now. I'll apply it now after he slams. You know what I mean? Like, it's a bit of a thinking process in, and then he's out, and that's it. Like, only when he commits or before the fight to poke. Right now, that's useless. He's gonna wait, and then he's gonna go again. Oh no, I got cooked. I don't know, I think this needs to be looked at with how the way Discord is being aimed at. I think that maybe it should be an ability of a cooldown. It should be a projectile that you apply to them on a pretty low cooldown. Something like that. So you can actually miss it, like, I don't know, like a Nana sleep dart. But then if you apply it, it stays up for 5 seconds guaranteed or something like that. I don't even know what I ult. I don't want to give up the point. I'm gonna go with Transcendence. The thing is, when you land the Discord, but everybody focuses down the target. Oh, god damn it, does it not feel awesome. It helps you so much. It makes everything way more fluid. And when everybody's stacking a ton of HP, it works wonderfully. But again, I think that they're trying to accelerate the game with the DPS passive getting buffed. So everything's going to be very glass cannon. And then, if you like just trading 24/7, going for damage, sure, go for it. But you got to be on point with the aim and with everything, bro. You really got to be on point. And I think that the safest option for him would just be to lock in Zen against Togisa and lock in Zen on longer sideline maps. If you want to do like the really good macro gameplay of the hero. This again doesn't mean that if you want to play Zen and Zen is one of your favorite heroes and you feel like it works, you can do it, but I think that most of the times you're just gonna get farmed by Tracers. Not to mention that it's very easy to land shots on Zen too. You're gonna get farmed. Okay, Brua's not gonna be pushing. Or even ult. Oh no, I just go flank it for myself, I think. Or I ult Illari ult. If that ever is gonna happen. Can somebody yoink the robot, please? What, do I gotta float above it? I'm scared, I'm so... I'm very scared. I think I'm just gonna sit on payload and wait to get dived and not gonna use Transcendence. I wanna scare him away so he get it at the middle. Yo, leave me alone. Which perk do I go with? Duality. This, he got a buffed on the duality perk. Oh well. Like, popping this. I was gonna get a gold. Got him. Very nice. Maybe a winner both. Yeah, the duality perk got upgraded. I don't even know exactly what it does. Is that a conversion rate change from 30% to 40%, something like that? I'm gonna get Transcendence again. Was getting cooked. All getting cooked too, though. No, I need more bullets. You should know, right? Yeah, I got all the visor. We should get cooked. I don't want to use it. Oh, I should have used it. Sad. Now we have no supports. Oh well, my bad over there. I knew they had visor. I was like, you can buy a lot of time, but he's gonna try to tap it. It's over
Now
though.
we must focus. Stay with our robot friend.
Really? Now Zen? But what up until this point we could have focused?
Experience prosperity.
Dodge. Oh well, we could have won here at the end. My bad. I'm kind of cooked with all of the heat and stuff, and we've been maxing for a lot of hours. But the TLDR is to the Zenyatta. He works really good against Togisa. I gotta play with the games up, huh? decent on long range sideline maps. You want to poke and you can't get flanked that much. If you want to live dangerously and want to go for like a more glass cannon build, you can kind of play Zen if you really trust your game and stuff and your positioning. But the thing is that if you're having an off game, you'll get just farmed by Trace like 24/7. So I don't think Zen is that good going into this, especially considering the fact that they're trying to accelerate the game. Got it then. Making it a bit longer in Discord wipe helps you with big, massive, huge HP pools. Although there is one silver lining. Game faster and stuff means that more damage will pop off. And Zen does a lot of damage too. So it's hard to say if we're gonna be seeing Zen being played a little bit more. My instinct though is that you just gotta go Lucio Kiri every single game. Or yeah, just Lucio Kiri every single game. And maybe you go some Lucio Bop on some maps. And then if you get dived a lot, you play Bop Brig. And that's gonna be the meta. The other heroes are just whatever, depending on the bans and stuff. So yeah, that's about it. Please let me know in the comments what do you think about, who do you think are the best supports going into season 17? Because for me, it would definitely, top 3 would definitely be Kiri, it would be Lucio, Kiriko, and Brig in that order, with a special shout out to Baptiste in this. Hey, I'm Olaf. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe. Meow.